Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and today let's talk about this game that's coming out tomorrow called Black Myth Wukong. Now, this game I've been massively excited about ever since it was first announced. The graphics, the aesthetic design, the music, the sound design, looks absolutely incredible, and I'm greatly looking forward to the game. And the reason why I'm the most excited about it is because on my YouTube channel we've definitely covered a lot of games here. Lots of them Japanese games, we've covered a few Western games, but this is the first game that I get to share with you guys that actually comes out of my culture. Yeah, I know I sound like some random white dude from Nebraska, but yeah, I know I don't have the accent, but I'm actually Vietnamese. So, yeah, when I first saw this, I was just wildly ecstatic because it's like, wow, there's here's something that I know and something that I grew up with that we get to share. Yeah, that whole Eastern mythos is something that doesn't really get covered a lot. Of course, you see the Japanese interpretations here and there, but this is a lot closer to home for me, so yeah, it's just wildly neat to me that we get to do this. So, Black Myth Wukong is an action RPG. It appears to have some, very surface level similarities to Souls games, it's got respawn points at shrines and an Estus flask or something like that. But the developers are emphasizing that it is not a Souls-like game. They always refer to it as an action RPG. And from what I've seen from reports, the game, it's just not very Souls-like. It seems to have essentially no exploration, and the game format seems to be something more like a boss rush. So yeah, we're of course, you've seen in the trailers we can fight some mooks here and there, but mostly boss battles. So yeah, that's going to be a much different format than I was expecting. But yeah, it could be cool. But I will say that just outside of the gameplay, I think the most interesting thing about this experience is going to be seeing the culture, the cultural impact of this game is going to be something else. The reason for this cultural impact is because the story that this is based on, Journey to the West, has it's hard to articulate how deep of an influence the story has on Eastern culture. So Journey to the West, it's kind of like the fundamental action adventure story, and so much other stuff is based off of it. It's like one of the four great books of China. What else do you have? Water Margin, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, you have Journey to the West, and there's one more I don't know. Sorry guys, I'm not a literary scholar. I'm just some dude who grew up raised by Vietnamese parents. Actually, I did read Journey to the West when I was in college. Yeah, I found it at my local college's library. I read a version of it called Monkey, and the book was enormous. It was I swear, it was the size of a computer monitor, and it was 3 or 4 inches thick. And the pages were so old, they were all yellow, and it felt like every time I turned a page, it was just gonna crumble into dust or something. And the language of the original book, it's really old and flowery, and there's so much poetry in there. Yeah, but I read the whole thing. I'm not saying I understood it very well, but yeah, it was a wildly interesting and creative story, and just incredibly humorous and weird, and just amazing adventures and hijinks, and just solving problems. It's actually a religious text. So the reason why it's called Journey to the West is because the main character Sun Wukong. He's helping this monk. I'm gonna like kind of flip between languages a lot. Like, I'm really sorry about this. I think in Chinese his name is Tang Sanzang, something like that. I just use the Japanese name because it's easier to say. I'm gonna call him Tripitaka, but yeah, this monk he goes on this journey. He goes west to India to retrieve the Buddhist scriptures in order to bring Buddhism to the lands of China, and like a monkey goes on this journey with him in order to redeem himself and then obtain enlightenment. And so yeah, so this story is it's like wild and wacky and has like this huge cultural religious like significance, and it's like just so much stuff is like based off of it, like so Dragon Ball Z is basically an adaptation of Journey to the West, and Goku is the Monkey King. Son Goku is just like a Japanese translation of the Chinese name Sun Wukong. And my pronunciation is going to be a little weird because I kind of use the Vietnamese pronunciation a little bit. but yeah, like so many tropes that you see in like action anime and shonen anime, it like comes out of Journey to the West. Like the gifted, like overpowered main character. Like there's so much stuff in Dragon Ball like that's just directly like out of Journey to the West. Yeah, like Goku's like a monkey. He's got the monkey tail. He can transform like into like a giant beast mode thing. You have the power pole, and like that like changes shape and size and all that stuff. And then you have the Nimbus, where monkey he can like It's said that he can like jump like 36,000 miles in one bound, something like that. That's yeah. In the book, he goes to like a Taoist master to learn immortality, and it's that Taoist master that teaches him how to cloud walk. And the book is so funny. Like when Monkey does the cloud walk for the first time, his master like berates him. He's like, "You call that cloud walking? More like cloud crawling." And I was just like, oh god, this the story is just wildly funny. But yeah, there's tons of stuff that you're gonna recognize, like from Dragon Ball. Like you'll even see like other characters like Krillin is the monk Tripitaka, like, and then there's Pigsy, who's kind of like an oath brother, like to Monkey King. And then you'll see lots of other characters like that. You'll see like impacts on like other like from other anime, like Naruto's Shadow Clone Jutsu is just straight up a thing that a Monkey King does. And then here's a really obscure reference. We might see references to Death Note, like in there. Like the mechanics of the Death Note, it actually kind of comes out of a part of the story in Journey to the West, where things get kind of wild, and the gods, they can't really control Monkey King, so they're like, hey, so they go to the King of Hell, like, hey, can you take him down there? But when a monkey gets there, he crosses his name out of the Death Note, and he also crosses out the name of any monkey that he recognized. So now monkeys can't die anymore. Yeah, the story is so incredibly goofy. You gotta check it out. You know what? I think the best way you can kind of check it out is there's this channel. What was it called again? Who's that lady who talks really fast? Overly Sarcastic Productions. Yeah, Red is fantastic. Once in a while she'll do like a summary of like old mythology and stuff. And she has a fantastic playlist covering Journey to the West. And you can just have a look at her playlist. She does an amazing job. And what's funny about that series is she doesn't really have to make a joke out of anything. The story is actually that weird and bizarre and funny. The original story is just wildly funny. So that's what makes this game, Black Myth Wukong, just interesting, is because it seems to be like a dark take on the story. And as far as I can tell from what's happening in the trailers is the game seems to be taking place after the events of the book. So in the book, Tripitaka, a monkey, they go on this long, horrific journey to India. They grab the scriptures, like more disasters befall them as they're coming like on their way back. But they make it back to China. They become enlightened and happy ever after, that type of shit. So from what I've seen in the trailers, this is happening after the events of the book, and it kind of seems like maybe they didn't get that happy ending. Things didn't seem to turn out really well. A lot of the enemies that were in the original story, they seem to reappear here as though like they were never defeated or encountered. And then from what we can tell, the main character that you're playing might not be Monkey King. He's referred to in all the promotional material as the Chosen One or the Chosen Hero, something like that. And there's actually footage of him clashing with another monkey, who actually might be like the real Monkey King, because he's wearing the golden armor. He has the I guess I can call it the power pole. I like to use the Japanese name, the Nyoibo, because the Chinese name is incredibly hard for me to say. It's I'm not gonna try it, but the English translation of it, in the original book, they like to use really flowery, descriptive names of stuff. And almost every name is a poem or something. It's really goofy. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to just use the shorter, easier to pronounce names. But yeah, man, I think this game's gonna be a big deal because like I've said before, we've covered a lot of Japanese games and Japanese interpretations of things. We've of course, I don't know, I'm a Westerner. I kind of consider myself that way, and yeah, we've kind of been on top for a really long time, and I kind of feel that these two industries, they've been around for a long time, so they're getting old. The ideas are getting a little bit stale, and for those paying attention, it feels like the industry is getting very corrupt. So now that all these other cultures are starting to come up, they're going to start bringing some serious competition. I just finished my Let's Play of Stellar Blade from the Shift Up, they're Korean developers, and we're going to ignore all the PlayStation money that went into that. But yeah, Stellar Blade was absolutely fantastic. I was just so relieved that this studio, they could just make the best game possible with it feels like almost no limitations. Everything they set out to do, they just knocked it out of the park. I absolutely adored Stellar Blade. So yeah, I'm greatly looking forward to this game to see what they can do, because I've seen other cultures do their interpretation of Journey to the West, but it's got to be nice to see a modern studio do their a modern Chinese studio do a Chinese take on a Chinese story. So yeah, this is gonna be really cool. And I grew up watching the 1980s TV show version of Journey to the West. So yeah, it just made me love that part of the culture. you guys and my friends, you guys grew up watching Sesame Street and Barney. I grew up watching Journey to the West. So yeah, like I just have this amazing love for like adventure stories and like kung fu and polearm weapons and yeah, just like it made me really interested in religion and like just kind of how they compete with each other to vie for influence, because yeah, because in the book there's this rivalry between Taoism and Buddhism, and of course they have to go out of their way to go to India and then bring Buddhism like back like into China. So it was kind of like the old guard kind of defending from like the new like influence, like at least at the time of the book. So yeah, there's just so much going on, and like yeah, I'm definitely gonna live stream the heck out of this game. And yeah, like I really like live streaming because it really gives you like a long form like format, and I can actually kind of do some long form thoughts that I can't fit into like a regular YouTube video. So yeah, we can really discuss things like on the live streams. So yeah, like I would be wildly ecstatic to have you guys there with me, to just experience this with me, like see how they do. Yeah, I would like to like share my culture with you guys, and just yeah, hopefully it's something really amazing. And so yeah, I'm gonna be playing the game on PlayStation 5, and I'm a little worried about that because it seems that all the reviews so far have been on PC, and no one has been allowed to play it on PlayStation yet. And I'm pretty sure my PC is good enough to run the game, but I'm not a fan of spyware. Yeah, I know lots of you guys are gonna be mad at me, but yeah, I'm gonna play this on my PS5. I was hoping to get a disc version, but apparently there are no disc versions in the wild. I had to install it like right to my hard drive, and yeah, like we won't talk about it here, but yeah, I have lots of concerns about spyware because yeah, as much as I love Chinese culture, I don't trust governments. Like let's just say that plural. Like if it is a government, I don't trust it. yeah, not yours, not mine, not anyone's. So yeah, we'll just put it that way. So yeah, we'll be on PS5. I have no idea how it's gonna run. Hopefully it runs well. But yeah, guys, I've been yammering on a lot. I've probably missed out on a ton of stuff I meant to say, but yeah, hopefully this will be a really nice learning experience for everybody. Yeah, I love the mythology and the stories, like in Journey to the West. So yeah, really looking forward to see what they do in the game. But yeah, hopefully it's gonna be fun. Anyway, hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, you can like this video. You can subscribe for future content. If you subscribe, you'll be notified of live streams like upcoming. But yeah, we'll be on tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut you loose, and we'll see you next time.